Good afternoon, everybody. This video probably won't be a long one. I'm just doing it for um, something of a group that I'm in. Sorry if my thoughts are jumbled all about. I don't mean to be, they just are. So we have a little bit of a weekly challenge, what's called What's on My Desk. So this challenge this week is what's on our desk. I'm just going to kind of show you. You can kind of see it, but you'll see that my desk has got, that's a pile of papers. I don't even know what's all in there. I just kind of throw things to the side sometimes. So that's what's on my desk. Sorry if I moved too quickly there. So I'm going to do this challenge as I try to put my camera back up and make sure that it's in the proper place. That does help. So, there we go. This is just going to be, well, I got this, and I love using this. So this is like really easy. But what I'm going to do is maybe trim it like this. Maybe take that little curvy spot off the top. That's what I think I might do there. I got so much stuff. This I might just want to turn into a tag just the way it is. Oh, I didn't bring my scissors. How can I forget scissors? And I knew I had to bring them, but my brain right now, as many of you know, especially in my group that I'm going to post this in, this week has been a devastating week. It's been a hard couple of weeks. Boo Boo got sick on me pretty quickly. You'll notice that you'll no longer see Boo Boo in videos on Monday. I guess Thursday night I had this hope that I could get her better. I really did. And the financial end of it was a struggle for me. So I started at 3:30 in the morning. I started a GoFundMe in that hopes that I could save her. And of course, nothing is open on the weekends. And so I just kept hoping Monday I'll take her in and some miracle things would have changed from the last vet appointment. Just, hopes. And it didn't change. Actually, it got worse Monday. I was watching her slowly die. And I didn't know how to get her to the vet. And I was afraid she was going to die. I'm looking for some cardstock. Oops, I'm knocking a million things down. I should have went into more of my scraps, but this is easier. So, and then I couldn't find even a vet to take her to. Nobody, even with me telling them that she's dying, nobody had appointments, if you can imagine. And my sister's away, so I couldn't even unload with her. And so, see, I think what happened here, see, my ink splattered when I printed this. So instead of wasting it, it's no longer, I figured I could turn it into a tag, and I think that's probably why I threw it there. I probably cut what I thought I'd use, and then I thought, well, I can still put it down and use this. It's probably what my thinking was, and that's how it landed in that pile. I decided to save it after all. And so finally I messaged my friend Pascal and, just kind of unload it. And I told her I'm trying to find a vet. I've called several now. I have one lady that's trying to help me. And I guess Pascal knew of somewhere, and she got me an appointment as soon as I could be there. And so as soon as Andre was done work, we let Jacob say his goodbyes. The family kind of said its goodbyes. We knew she wasn't coming home. We knew that. I knew that by Monday afternoon. And so we rushed her. I rushed in because I knew that it was time to let her not suffer anymore and stop hoping for a miracle. The vet had told me that already, but you know, sometimes we don't want to accept it. And so when we first got her into the thing, and me and Jacob took our last pictures with her, and we got her into her carry cage, and I got on my winter coat and the boots, and we got out to the car, and into the car, and I sat in the back with her to keep her company, because it's very stressful for them in the car. And she was meowing, 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 which she normally does. And we had to keep her in the cage because I didn't want to risk anything. But I mean, the open part was towards me so she could see me, and it has a little screen. And she meowed a couple times, and then she kind of put her paw out, and I reached in and touched her, and then she went really quiet. At first I thought she just went to sleep, but I knew better. So on the way to the vet, Boo Boo passed away. I didn't want to cry, guys. I wasn't going to say anything. But the only thing is she's no longer in pain. My heart is broken. I cry off and on. First day I cried nonstop. My sleep is all out of whack. I wake up in the middle of the night thinking about her. And it's hard because, of course, you have a routine. I get up in the morning, I go to the bathroom, I brush my teeth, I come out, I give her morning feeding. Then I go make a tea, and then I come back down, and she comes, sits up on the desk with me as I drink my tea. And so you have a routine. So every time it's time to do that, and a few times, even now, sometimes I still go to call for her. And so it's not always easy. And then, of course, Pika, her sister, and they're sisters by birth. They were from the same litter. And they were rescues. They were found on the side of the road, and I took 2 of them, Pika and then Boo Boo. And so they've always been together, except for when Pika had an accident 8.5 years ago. They were apart for about 4 to 5 days while she had her surgeries and everything like that. She fell out a window. So Pika is kind of a little lost right now. She doesn't leave my side. She normally is upstairs sleeping. She has not done that once. She right now is curled up on the couch. She's never been a cat that really slept. She would come periodically and sleep with me, come in for a little cuddle, and then she'd go up to her favorite place in the living room in Andre's area. We leave it open so that the cats could go up and down the stairs, and big windows upstairs. And so, she hasn't done that at all. She has slept with me every night, curled up right beside my head all night till I wake up. She doesn't leave me. So I think she's feeling lost. Her companion, her sister, is, it takes a while. So the 2 of us are grieving, and Andre's grieving, and Jacob is grieving. Jacob has taken it better than I thought. I was really worried. He said his goodbyes. He cried. When I first came home, I cried. When it was quiet time, Boo Boo always lays, up, and Jacob has a little long part of the couch that he lays on. Then Boo Boo, oh, look at that. I really missed that corner, guys. Boo Boo lays beside me, like right up against my leg always. And Pika lays beside her, and that's how we do quiet time. So, of course, his first quiet time without her. Wow, that's really didn't work well for me, did it? I'm going to, instead of doing a corner round, I decided to round the top of it. And so he realized, you know, that. And, of course, he's also talking, okay, Tia, we got to get another cat. And I said, not right away. And Pika needs to grieve as well. And I do as well. I'm trying to think what I want to do to this. I think I'm going to put what's on my desk. So that's that scrap paper that had some, that ended up in this forever junk pile here. What am I thinking I'll tie to the top? I don't know. I'm going to tie something up there. But I want to add something in here, I think. So it's been a difficult week. I haven't been up to much. Focusing my brain is the biggest thing. But I spend most of the time sitting on the couch beside Pika. Just, I'm a little lost where to go with that, so we're just going to put that aside. Creativity is really, as you can see, it's not the easiest. This is a piece of paper. I don't know why I did that. I folded some, like I started a pocket here. Never finished it. I guess that's why it's thrown at the side. I'm wondering if I could do something like that. I want something like that at the bottom. Just add some kind of like that. I kind of like that. So I'm going to do it because then I get rid of that scrap that's in that pile. That's the good thing about that pile is by doing this for the mass, not the mass make, the weekly challenge, I'm going to get, I got rid of 2 pieces of paper so far. So that's good. And the reason I turned on the camera is I need to slowly get back into doing things. And whether I wait a week or 2 weeks, I know that, like, I'm used to her being here right now. You know, taking over my space. Nighttime is the hardest part for me. During the day, I have little moments. Nighttime, I struggle at night. But a lot of that has to do with at nighttime. During the day, she usually sleep on her spot on the couch, or she's upstairs sleeping with her sister, or they're curled up on my bed. And so I don't see them much after lunch once I've given them their lunchtime meal. But at night, she is on my desk or beside me in a box with blankets in it. So that's when I'm kind of feeling, I think I want to put lace there, but I'm really low on pink lace, smaller pink lace. I'm going to have to, like, I don't mind getting lace from Temu, but it's not the same as finding lace at a, like, this is a, I wanted something like that, but I'm not liking it. I don't think it stands out that much. See, you think you want something and it's not what, and I lost the pin for it, so it just keeps flying all over the place. So I'm seeing what else I got here. I got pink lace, but it's, I know one problem I'm having, it's so far. Oh, maybe. Oh, Almost just knocked another pile. I got piles and I need to clean my piles up. So it's very hard, and I'm a very emotional person as it is. So some people might get over this quicker than me. I don't have children. I don't. They spend a lot of time with me. They've always been my companions. I'm really having a hard time finding a lace that I like on that. I really am. That's crazy. Maybe let's just, I don't know if this would work, but we're going to try it. Thought of seeing if it may be a little green. Nope. Okay, maybe it wasn't meant to be. Maybe that's just it. Now, if anything else fails, this might just end up being shorter because it's not coming together. Will I use this? Yeah. I don't know what yet. Part of it isn't very straight either. Just realized that when I cut that piece off. I don't know what I'll use that for. Maybe in a cluster. I don't know. But I think it's the length of it that was throwing me, and my cutting skills today are really off. That might help me feel better. I just don't think I couldn't feel that bottom at all. Now this, for me, I can just seeing what color I prefer. Not that one. I never leave those beads on because they're just too pointed. I also have this. I have these, but see that I bought them and I didn't realize they were like that. But that's not a problem because I just take all that off. Come on. Seeing if I can put those two inside each other. Just playing to see what I can do. Oh, I like that. There we go. What I'll do first is glue that down a little. So, my thinking is a little bit harder right now, but I'm trying to keep it. The reason I decided to do the video was, you know, kind of take my mind off of it all. I don't really want those down. I don't want those glued down. Of course, I knew my first video was going to be hard, and I think a few videos. I'm really, the struggle, two reasons. I struggle because I feel like I failed her, because I feel like she has only turned 10 in September, and I feel like she had, my other cats have, Guido, my other cat, lived 18 years, and so I feel like I failed her. Now, I'm hoping this will bring it together. And so I feel like she should have had 5 or more 8 years. You know, cats get sick like humans, you know, and there's nothing we can do. And part of me is like, if I was financially more secure, could I've spent all the money on her and got her better? You know, but those are things I would never know. So I gotta try not to beat myself up over it. But I really do, I think I struggle with feeling like I failed her as her cat mama. So, you know, it's a little simple, but still nice. No, just get a something to tie to the top. So I'm trying my best not to feel like a complete failure. Now, where is the reinforcements? I need to order another package. I've only got silver here. Do I have any other colors here? Do I, or am I that low on those? But they're not far. I can reach and grab those. Oh, I thought they were there. Oh no, they are here. This is just creating with the stuff around you. Okay, we'll take another one of those out. I think I'm going to go with the gold. This, yeah, still, of course it's a cardstock, so I'm going to have to definitely do the edges to get rid of that whiteness. That's one. I don't ever really use silver, but I'll save it for Christmas. What I might do is take that silver, put it on there, and then put it in my Christmas box, because silver and gold are mainly what I use for the Christmas. And because that's a little short, I'm just going to do that. Come on, let's go in there. I think this weekend might be a little more difficult. Andre, Jacob's mom, Gabrielle, are going away. Andre's driving him up because to see his cousins. They live about 6.5, 7 hours away, further up Quebec. It's a beautiful drive. I've been up once. Last year I went. Do I want it to flop? Might have made it a little long. Or do I want to tie a bow? That is the question. Bow would be a little bulky. But I kind of like the bow on it. There we go. That's how we're going to do it. This is a little long, so we might just trim a little off of this. Just to... Come on. I'm trying to do it so it doesn't look so raggedy-taggedy. There we go. There we go. Nice, cute. There we go. Simple but cute. And I could still add in a word here if I wanted to. But right now, and I'm going to let everything dry before I start swishing it around. So let's create one more thing before I go. Let's see what we can do. Put that back in its box. So I have this, and I still have that. So, and I'm thinking of also putting this here. Like that. Then I won't put that. I might stick this right to the bottom. I was thinking of letting that extra hang off the side. But I'm not sold on it. I'm not sold on it. I have so much of that sitting beside me. But I'm thinking of covering the back of this for writing space with brown paper. This is just a folded over book page, which are great, especially if you have book pages that say maybe the words or the color of it or it's just not appropriate to show. it's a great way to create a base too. Instead of always using cardstock. You don't have to always use cardstock. Let's see. I should have a ruler here. I know I pulled the ruler out, but I always put that ruler down and then I can't find it. I should put it right back in the container and then I won't have as much difficulty doing it. Even like right now, I really need to go to the mailbox and mail things. I don't want to get dressed. I don't want to do nothing. That's the hard part. Is I just don't want to do anything, guys. Jacob's home from school. If you hear a little ow. We might still end up using that. I'm going to try to start doing more videos, guys, I promise. It might be just come on and wing it like that. Well, you know me, most of mine are winging it. Those that don't mind it, that's okay. I like to craft, just craft. See all that nice piece. I also have that if we cover up the whole thing, because it's kind of like a base. This is well, I ran out of ink when I printed on the other side, so it's thrown in my scrap box. That's it. Yes?
On your email, did you receive a thing to return from Amazon?
I would have to check. And right now I'm doing a video. It's a little long, but we can fix that. Probably by the time I try to straighten that top. It's a little short on one side. But again, we can add something to that or just trim it up. Sorry about that. Because they're upstairs, they can't see me. So sometimes they just yell down at me. Oh, sticky hands. Sticky, sticky hands. Oh, that didn't want to. Now that I put it in the right spot, I went looking to the old spot that I laid it. And like, I'm not going to get rid of that yet, because I might fix that up in another way. He's got one more day of school and he's off for March break. Our March break here in Quebec is early. It's always the first week in March. I always miss corners, but that's you know, those are those little things you don't stress over. You just go back and glue it again. And I sometimes wait till it dries a little, because sometimes it's not drying, so it's not on it hard enough. All right, so I'm thinking, I don't use it much. I'm not sure how it'll look. I'm going in my now. See, people use it, and I'm just not sold on it. But then I just saw this. I thought that might be cute, but I didn't like. So stuff that back in there. I stuffed it in now because I end up leaving it on my desk. Maybe have a little piece of color. That might look pretty there. It'd be nice if that strip like that I had earlier. Sometimes I keep those strips for that reason. This one isn't quite long enough. That's why sometimes I keep the strips of paper, because it's a good way sometime to add a little bit of collaging. I put on my glasses, it's just straining my eyes, but I don't think I have any more longer ones, just plain. Well, it was a thought, but that thought didn't work out, because all my strips aren't quite long enough. I mean, I don't have to do anything. I can leave it with the paper showing. That's no big deal. No biggie. Now with this, I want to make sure, I think I'm going to sometimes I use this awl when I don't want a really big hole punched. This corner is really bothering me. Something's just not sitting right. So let's just glue all kinds of extra glue on all the little corners, because it's just, and I'm leaving this one square, which I do sometimes. There, let's see. But I need this to be able to do that. I knew it wasn't, should have probably dried a little bit more when I'm using this. That's okay. I know I have some more of this somewhere, but I'm reopening a different package. I gotta order some more because I use it a lot. And I have another big piece of it that I have put somewhere, and I can't find it right now. It's not a new one that I'm going into. It'll show up later. It might be on my other crafting desk. Oh, I think a tink. I have another pink and another bronze, and they're together, like this one. But I think this will be nicer than the pink. It never wants to cut for me, and I'm afraid of always... Can it come out this way? Boy, the struggle is real, guys. There we go. Whew. Because I think she tucks the both ends in it, so we're going to see if we can get this through this little hole here, guys. I'm going to have to move it closer to my face, closer to my eyes to be able to see. There we go. It fit. Come on. I'm all handsy. And I forgot to put my glasses up so it's blurry, because I only need it for close up. Nope, that's too loose there, so I gotta that tighter. I'll go back and do that. Now that works better. Before I didn't tie that other part tight enough. There we go. I'm going to make the bow. There we go. There. And if you don't want it to hide the picture, I might decide to glue it like this. I'll play with that later. Now a little something on the bottom. Let me see if I've got a little something I can put there. I do have that cluster, but what I want is a small cluster. But I don't want it pink. And that's too thick and too big. That's it in there. I don't know where I put all my clusters. I know I have some in here, but a lot of these aren't finished. And again, they're a lot of pink. That's too glittery. See, I need one like that, but without. So I need one, a small one like that, but I kind of want it all natural, more creams and everything. So I was hoping I had one in here, a small one. If this was small with a little flower, it would have been perfect, but it's not a small one with a little flower. That would be perfect without all the big ones. So we'll have to make that. I do have that there. Let's just double check something. I'm just trying to figure out where I put it. Those go over in here. Should be sitting right beside me. Well, it was earlier, but then I was looking for something, so I probably shifted it around. And now, of course, I won't be able to. Oh, yeah, it's still right there. Let's see if any. I think these are all too black. Small enough. I don't know why that's so bulky, but it is. Well, I don't have anything small in there either, guys. So that was a complete fail, and I don't want, because it's so off from that gold. The one that was perfect, you know when you know you have something perfect, but you can't. I'm going to have to put it together to make it perfect. Is what I'm going to have to do. Oh, I forgot to put that in there. I'll do that after. I really like how this is coming. I'm just thinking in my head, do I have another place that I put some clusters? That's what I'm thinking in my head. I'm glad I remembered that little box. It's got a small one. But what I think I might do, I might cover the top of that with another little piece of lace of something. That's a great thing about when you staple them. You can unstaple them. Just don't fall apart on me. I could probably find another little piece, but it would take me too long. So I just went on to my big piece. That's what I want. That is what I want. Staple. Perfect. Flower. I'm wondering if I go with a nice, I'm just going to lay some flowers close to that to see. Trying to decide between the dark brown or the beige. I think the beige. I probably could be wrong later. Probably might have wanted to go with something different. See if I have anything I can. The brown. I was thinking maybe I'd go with the black in there, but the black is just, you know, a little harsh. And this is too big. Okay, so it's just going to be that one. That's fine. I don't think I have any, just this taupey color. And it really, nope, it's really off. So we're going to do that. Do that. Put that up there. Put that up there because you don't know how many times I have knocked that off my desk because I've left it there. Yep, I have. I could now sit here and keep doing this video once I got my bit of my cry out. But that's okay. Okay. I always put, when I use fabric and lace, I always put a piece of paper on the back. Sturdy it, and sometimes I could use just a glue stick. Because it is a little heavier though, I think I'm going to not chance it. And I'm going to go ahead and use the other glue. There we go. Now, if I had a bronzy button, it would have been perfect. I'm going to have to get some bronzy buttons, like a bronzy color. Oh, I don't know if this will look good. Let's just see something. I thought of putting, let's take that off before it dries. I'm going to try something. I don't know if it's going to work, guys. I'm just going to try it. I don't think there's anything in here that really goes. But that wasn't the first one I was going for. I was wondering how the heart. Yes. Oh, that really dried. That's too bad. I was hoping if it hadn't dried. Did it dry a lot? Nope. Okay, so let's try that. I just gotta do that. Then do this. I don't know if it'll work. Too many layers. Too many layers. It doesn't want to work. It just wants to bend. It just wants to bend. Or, ooh, I really bent it. I really bent it, guys. So we'll just have to make it do this way. Now my next struggle is always, there we go. I'll stick that back on there. The glue is still nice and wet, so I don't have to worry. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go, guys. So we created a couple, what's on my desk. And I'm not going to make it a long video. It's just a nice, well, it's still fairly long. But there we go. There we go. From stuff just sitting on my desk. Well, of course, grabbing up, you know, that. But I mean, the papers and images just randomly there. It was a scrap of scrap. And we made 2 tags. All right, guys. Thank you for joining me today. And I might be on tomorrow for another short video. I just want to thank you all for your constant support. Have a good afternoon. Bye for now.